definition, popping, flipping out the armrest. See, I'm a rider, dipping in the catalog. Just got it fitted on some shit I need a ladder for. Come up in your hood, stun when I leave, dude.
2 miles per hour, so everybody sees you.
I can't deny, I feel I'm such a fly guy. Top chop, call him Sleepy Hollow when they ride by. I know them haters can't stand it. I ain't got a blemish on my Jolly Rancher can. Ride on, ride. Top let down. We been through the crowd with the bass up loud. Just slide. On the slab when I creep. Take a bath or you put your ass on them seats. Ride. Got the top let down. Leaning to the right with the bass up loud. Slide. Choking on that lead.
2 miles per hour, so everybody sees you.
Ride. Got the top let down. Leaning to the right with the bass up loud. Slide. Choking on that lead.
2 miles per hour, so everybody sees you.
Yeah, I hope you got big lungs if you're rolling with me. I roll quickly, roll many, plus I'm rolling sticky. Hit the road with me, only push it to the 50, cruising through your city, super sharp, fresh fitted. Hey, too cold with it. Check out the interior, it's hater me. Chops raw material, get it, then fuck it. Hey, roll another blunt up, hit patchwork, roll and fuck with Nico till that sun's up. Hit like nunchucks, he can't stop that. A Lamborghini door
Swinging with top spec.
Hey, clear the way, clear the lane. I'm top lit, different from them laws. Want no dogs in my cockpit. Plus I'm throwed off, ain't got my load off. Got about 4 elbows and a quota that no soft. Enough to get me shook up, but now I got the cook up. And since they didn't book us, every time you look up, I'm riding. Got the top let down, leaning to the right with the bass up loud. Slide, choking on that lead.
2 miles per hour, so everybody sees you.
Fuck it. Got it fitted on some shit I need a ladder for. Come up in your hood, stun when I leave you.
2 miles per hour, so everybody sees you.
I got top chop, call them Sleepy Hollow when they ride by. I know them haters can't stand it. I ain't got a blemish on my Jolly Rancher can. Ride on, ride. Top let down. We been through the crowd with the bass up loud. Take a bath and you put your ass on them seats. Leaning to the right with the bass up loud.
Yo. Yeah. Hey, you know how we coming. You know how we coming. Yeah. Fuck niggas, come out and quit hiding. Yeah, you know how we coming. You know how I'm coming. What's happening with it? Smash on the like button. You know what I'm saying? Let's have a moment of silence for all the fuck hate niggas like this nigga right here on the screen. Yeah, let's have a moment of silence for him. You know how we coming. Yeah, niggas, don't hide now. Talk all of that loud shit y'all was talking before. Don't hide now. Don't get to hide now. We want y'all to come out and talk all of the loud shit you was talking before and smash the like button. Smash on the like button. You know what I'm saying? Come out of hiding. Come holler at me. You know what I'm saying? Don't be loud and disrespectful and then hide when you're wrong. Hold on. We're going to get the show started right now. What's popping with it? What's good with it? Salute, salute. Yeah, let's leave that up there so everybody can see it. Come in, smash the like button. You already know we finna cook. Oh yeah, we finna cook. You know what I'm saying? Let the haters come. Let the haters come from the background. Um, I mean, what can I say? I already told y'all how I was gonna go down. I told everybody how I was gonna go down when it comes to Keyshawn Davis and Shakur Stevenson. You know what I'm saying? I told everybody how I was gonna go down, and it went down exactly like I said it was gonna go down. Wasn't none of that 50-50, oh, it's a pick 'em fight. And I mean, come on, man. Come on. Where's all the fucking tanker maniacs? They biting blood out their bottom lips, right? They hiding. They looking for an excuse. They searching. They searching for an excuse. You know what I'm saying? They searching for an excuse. Yeah, y'all smash the like button, man. We're gonna get into this Ring Magazine great event from last night. It went down. Hell of an event. We had some fights. We had fights all day last night. It went down all day last night. You know, real quick, Josh Kelly, he did his thing. He upset Bakram. Everybody was calling him the boogeyman of the division. With that fight, man, I went in because I only had seen Bakram fight one other time before, and that was with Tim's. So I said, you know, before I put my money on the line, let me go really see if Bakram is really like that. You know what I'm saying? Let me go see some of his film. Let me go watch some of his fights. And when I actually went and watched some of his fights, I wasn't impressed. I wasn't impressed at all. Then I went and I studied Josh Kelly. You know, I had seen Josh Kelly fight several times, but I just wanted to see his film again. And when I saw it, I'm like, man, Josh Kelly gonna beat this dude. I'm like, as long as Josh Kelly don't gas out in the end and he can survive, he's going to beat Bakram on points. And that fight played out exactly like I thought it would. I knew Bakram was slow. I knew he was kind of basic, straight up and down fighter, like Mayweather say. You know, he didn't do nothing special. He wasn't special when I looked at the film on him. He struggled with Jack Cool Clay, although he won that fight clearly, but Cool Clay was landing pretty much whatever he wanted to land on Bakram. Bakram, I saw that he had the high guard and he just comes forward, and then, you know, if you press him, he'll try to fight you off the back foot, but he wasn't special at nothing. And I knew that Josh Kelly was just way too fast and too slick for him once I saw the film on it. And so when the fight happened yesterday, I'm watching the fight, like I wasn't surprised at all. And like I said, I picked Josh Kelly. I picked Josh Kelly. I bet on him to win. And yeah, it went exactly how I thought it was gonna go. Josh Kelly did fade in the end. That's the thing with Josh Kelly. He got a lot of talent, a lot of skills, but it's something with his gas tank. He always fades in the end of fights when he's winning fights. And I don't like how he fight with his hands down. You know what I'm saying? And when you're fighting with your hands down like that, with all that slick shit, once you get tired, that also slows down with you, right? But see, the thing is, right, I'm listening to YouTube and everybody's saying that Josh Kelly was excellent display of boxing, right? Ain't nobody say he was dead. Like, people not running around posting memes about Josh Kelly running, but when it's a black fighter, it's running. Trill 420, salute. So we're going to talk a little bit about that, but we're going to get into the meat and potatoes of everything that went down. Shakur Stevenson, the best in boxing, along with Keyshawn Davis. Y'all bite blood out your bottom lip. You hate it, but you can't do nothing about it. But get on the line and get online, type, bite blood out your bottom lip, type some more while you're hating. Yeah, but smash the like button. My man, Big Dog Willie, salute with the $2. My man, Marcus Warren say salute. Shakur Stevenson showed these casuals just how great he is last night. Hopefully, they finally learn what an elite boxer looks like. They see, this is the thing. This is what I said last time I did a live stream. Unless they just full-blown retarded, they already know. They know Shakur's like that. Like this dickhead right here. You see this on my screen? This dickhead on my screen. Let's read this. Unpopular opinion. Jermaine Ortiz and Sandor Martin are better and tougher fighters than Shakur. They only have losses because they have fought real competition as they B-side. As the B-side. Not electricians and tune-ups as the A-side. Most will disagree, but this is facts. The only facts is a bunch of idiots and dickheads like him running around saying shit that they don't believe themselves, because all of these haters, they don't believe that. They know Shakur like that. But they spreading this fake shit, and the sad part is they have a lot of idiots following behind them, regurgitating shit like this. See, when Floyd Mayweather Sr. or Roger Mayweather said, people don't know shit about boxing, that was the realest shit. And that shit will never die. People don't know shit about boxing, because you know what most boxing fans do now, especially nowadays, right? They're influenced by whatever the majority say. They influenced by whatever the majority say. So if the majority come out and see one fight and tell you that all Shakur do his whole career is run, and enough people say it, you got enough fools in this world, in this boxing community, that's gonna say it. They just go, jump on the bandwagon and start saying the same shit, because the masses, that's the popular people saying it. They ain't gonna go look for the fights themselves and come and be like, okay, yeah, that's some bullshit. But let them keep hating, because like I said before, the greatest fighters always are gonna be hated on. You know what I'm saying? And the haters is always gonna continue biting blood out their bottom lip, mad, you know what I'm saying? Biting cotton out their pillow, and they can't do shit about it. They can't do shit about it. And then when they wrong, it's two left shoes, they gonna run and hide, and then they'll pop up in a week or two with a bunch of fucking excuses. You know what I'm saying? They gonna wait for a good amount of people to start making excuses, then they gonna just bandwagon off that excuse. They're already saying, oh, T.O. wasn't at his best because his daddy. It was his daddy. You stupid motherfuckers. Was it his daddy before when he was winning? I told y'all a long time ago that he should have got rid of his daddy. I told people, if you go watch my last live stream, I told people, I said, his daddy gonna be in the corner talking about something. Bro, fight, hit him, bro. What are you doing, bro? That's exactly what he was doing. In the corner, losing his goddamn mind with all of that. Hey, Poppy, bro, what you doing, bro? But y'all wasn't saying nothing about his daddy. His last fight when he was winning, because the last time I checked, his daddy was in his corner. The last fight, the fight before that, the fight before that, the fight before that. But now all of a sudden, well, Teo could have did this, and Teo could, but his daddy wasn't this. Come on, man. Nah, the bottom line is, yeah, his daddy, you know what I'm saying, ain't worth shit as a coach, but it ain't got nothing to do with his daddy. Teo is not on Shakur Stevenson's level, like I've been telling y'all. I've been said that shit. Y'all talking about look what he did to Lomachenko and look what he did to Josh Kelly. Like Shakur told y'all, like I told y'all, Josh Kelly and Lomachenko ain't on Shakur Stevenson's level. Lomachenko was a great fighter at 126 and 130. Lomachenko was a good fighter at 135. Nowhere near Shakur Stevenson. Josh Kelly was washed up. Let's just keep it real. I told y'all that. I mean, don't say I didn't tell everybody that, okay, y'all talking about all of these fighters, but, you know, the thing is y'all so consumed with hate. You just, you know what I'm saying? You just consumed with hate. You want to sit up on all of these hating ass niggas channels and, you know, stroke their egos and shit and, you know, stroke them off and comment in the chat talking about facts while they leading you stupid fucking dummies into a brick wall. They leading y'all straight into a brick wall. Y'all sitting up typing facts. Oh, facts. Because they telling you what you want to hear and they ain't telling you the real shit. You know what I'm talking about? Shakur's levels above all of these boys. Keyshawn Davis, same thing. I've been telling y'all, these are the fighters I've been telling y'all about. Keyshawn Davis, Shakur Stevenson, Jerome Boots Ennis, you know, and we're gonna throw Bam in there, but Bam is in the division to where we don't know a lot of them guys that he's talking, right? Where Bam is in the division that we don't know a lot of them guys that Bam is beating, you know what I'm saying? We don't know their backgrounds and stuff like that, but Bam is like that too. But we talking about in these divisions. The ones are Keyshawn Davis, Shakur Stevenson, Jerome Boots Ennis, and you know, we could throw Devin Haney in there. Richardson Hitchens is like that. Gary Antoine Russell. But the ones that I feel that ain't nobody fucking with, right? That's above all of them is that I'm willing to put my money on each and every time. Y'all already know who it is. So, you know what I'm saying? Continue to let these fucking idiots like this nigga right here that I got posted on the screen run y'all into a fucking brick wall like some goddamn crash dummies while you type it, you know what I'm saying? While you got your dick in your hand, typing and just typing away facts. Telling y'all, man. Who's the dummy though? Who's the bigger dummy? Motherfuckers like him that I got posted on the screen, or the motherfuckers that's stupid enough to listen to what they say and go run with that shit. And that ain't all. I'm not even done. I'm just getting started. Anti-Slav was happening with it. You see, my man right here. He's a let me pull my man's up. So my man Anti-Slav right here, right? He going with Devin Haney over any and everybody, right? And me and him gonna go back and forth about some of the fighters that I think could beat Devin Haney, like a Keyshawn Davis. But you know why I respect him? Because I know that he really believes in Devin Haney like that. It ain't nothing wrong with that because he's willing to put his money up when Devin Haney fight anybody. He's willing to put his money on the line when it comes to Devin Haney. I respect that shit. What I don't respect is niggas going on the internet, talking all of this loudmouth ass shit. And then when you like, okay, well, show a bet slip. Show a bet slip or bet me. Then they get quiet, like HLD. You know what I'm saying? HLD is another loudmouth motherfucker that love to jump on Mill City Boxing, scream and yell and holler and do all that loud ass shit. But when I was just, I jumped on there. I'm watching the show one day and I'm just hearing them. Oh, T.O. gonna do this to Shakur. T.O. gonna do that. So I'm like, okay, bam. Let me jump on the live screen and let me see if he really believe that shit that he talking, right? If he really believe that, let me call his bluff. I'll say, okay, put something on it. You name the price. We could bet whatever you want to put on the T.O. Shakur Stevenson, right? Oh, why would I do that? Why would I do that? Oh, I'm a bet in Vegas. I'm a bet online. I'm a bet. I'm going to the fight. Okay, well, sure, bet slip. He get to yelling and screaming and hollering. Is we gonna bet or not? Is we gonna bet or not? He get to making up all type of excuses. All right, homie, I'll give you 2-1 odds. He still get to making up all type of excuses. All type of motherfucking excuses. And now, Big Dog Willie said he missing in action. Yeah, because weird motherfuckers like him that got the loudest mouths, that's what they gonna do every time. They gonna hide when they wronger than two left feet. When I was wrong, when I picked Brian Norman to beat Devin Haney, I didn't hide. I jumped right on the live stream. I told everybody I was wrong. I gave Devin all of his props, and let's move on. If you show me a motherfucker that's 100% correct with all of their boxing picks, I'm gonna show you a motherfucking lie. You know what I'm saying? We all wrong sometimes, but when you just saying shit out of pure hate and it's proven that you don't believe the shit that you saying, that's that weird shit. You know what I'm saying? That's that weird shit. So now you got, I told Anti, hey, Anti, I told you Keyshawn was like that. I told you Keyshawn was going to beat the shit out of Jermaine Ortiz. Let's talk about Keyshawn real quick, right? I told HLD loudmouth that. I told motherfucking Mill City Boxing that shit. I want Mill City to do a live call. I want to pull up on him too. I told all of them, I said, Keyshawn going to beat the shit out of him. And Keyshawn is going to prove that he's a special fighter. You know what I'm saying? I told everybody, Keyshawn gonna prove when the fight night come, he gonna prove that he's a special fighter. Mill City talking about, oh, you think Keyshawn gonna stop Jermaine Ortiz? But Mill City, he shout out to Mill City. I fuck with Mill City. But everybody thought I was losing my mind when I said Keyshawn was gonna stop Jermaine Ortiz if Jermaine Ortiz fought. Now I didn't just say Keyshawn was gonna go out there and stop Jermaine Ortiz. I said if Jermaine Ortiz tried to fight Keyshawn Davis, meaning that if he stood there and he didn't move around and do all the movement and shit, and he sat down and decided he was gonna try to fight Keyshawn Davis, I said he's gonna get stopped. And I said he can't win a fight versus Keyshawn Davis moving around and trying to fight him like he did Teofimo Lopez. I said, so it's either he gonna move around and just say, fuck it, I'm gonna just lose, but I'm gonna survive, or he's gonna try to fight Keyshawn Davis. And if he try to fight him, he gonna get stopped. So Jermaine Ortiz didn't have no choice, but I respect him because he came to win. He came to win. He saw that he couldn't fight Keyshawn Davis moving around, and he couldn't outslick Keyshawn Davis. So he decided, hey, you know what? I'm going to fight this nigga. Like, I got to fight him. I can't beat him like I beat Teofimo Lopez because they're gonna rob me, right? Or they're not gonna give me the win like that. And plus, Keyshawn is on a different level. Like it just he's on a different level than Teofimo. So I'm not gonna be able to fight him like that. So in order to beat him or have a chance to beat him, I gotta go out on my shield. I respect him for doing that, but it's levels to this shit. Oh yeah, good looking. Hold on. It's levels to this shit, y'all. Hold on, let me get my shit right. Okay. So yeah, it's levels to this shit, man. It's fighters that's special. Keyshawn, one of them. And like I told y'all a long time ago, Keyshawn will stop Gervonta Tank Davis. Niggas is mad about it. Be mad about it. Keyshawn is better. Tank Davis don't have no heart. You know what I'm saying? That's why Tank Davis will never get in the ring. First of all, he got to keep himself out of that jail cell before anything. But Tank Davis, he got to come back to boxing. He got to come back. His whole plan was to get a Jake Paul bag so he can duck off and not have to fight none of these guys like the Keyshawn Davises, the Devin Haney's, the Shakur Stevensons. And you know what now? I'm going to tell all you hating fuck niggas something. You know what now? Shakur don't need a Tank Davis fight. See, that's how you do. You boss up on your own. Shakur don't need a Tank Davis fight. Devin Haney don't need a Tank Davis fight. These guys don't need a Tank Davis fight. Tank Davis needs them now. If Tank Davis want to make the big paydays in boxing, he needs them. Tank Davis can no longer move around and fight these Rudy Poots and make big paydays. It ain't happening no more. So if Tank Davis want to get the recognition, if Tank Davis want to get the big paydays, he going to have to fight a Devin Haney. He going to have to fight a Shakur Stevenson. He going to have to fight a Keyshawn Davis. Now, I'm not saying he got to fight all of them, but he got to fight at least one of them. You know what I'm saying? But one thing I know for sure is one thing I know for sure Tank gonna do. He gonna fight that motherfucking domestic violence charge he got. That's one thing he gotta do is fight that domestic violence charge. Yeah, that's exactly who he gonna fight. He gonna fight the motherfucker, the Miami police task. Yeah, tables turn. Tables turn. But you still got, all of these meat mushers, you know what I'm saying, dangling on his nuts, swinging, you know what I'm saying, dangling from Tank's nuts. Tank, don't go. Please, Tank. We still got these dickheads that'll tell you he's the face of boxing. Tank, please, Tank, don't go. Hey, I'm gonna tell you, some of the Knockout was biting blood out of his bottom lip. But see, he ain't, I don't know, I ain't seen none of his content, but he's biting blood out of his bottom lip, but he ain't gonna make no content. He gonna try to make like that he wanted Shakur to win the whole time, Salute to KQKC, but he was biting blood out of his bottom lip. We gonna call out all the motherfucking Shakur, the Shakur Stevenson haters. Motherfucking Boxing Shigo. You know what I'm saying? Boxing Shigo. We know he was biting blood out his bottom lip. What's that other loudmouth motherfucker? The retarded motherfucker that got that be beating his wife up and shit. The Dominican dude, the crazy motherfucker. He ain't got it all in the head and shit. I don't know. But then we got the punch drunk boxing. He telling y'all what T.O. gonna do to Shakur, and Shakur ain't never fought. Shakur ain't never fought this guy. What happened? Remember? Oh man, T.O. then fought the Josh Taylors and Lomachenko. You do. And hey, come on. Man. Fight Side TV. He said KO did give Shakur his part. He ain't got no fucking choice. See, he the fakest type of motherfucker because I'm gonna tell y'all, he's the type of motherfucker that he'll fool a lot of y'all niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all gotta stop being fooled by niggas like him. See, he think he's smart because he's able to outsmart motherfuckers that's not the sharpest in the drawer. A lot of y'all ain't the sharpest knife in the drawer, so he'll outsmart y'all. What he'll do is he'll give him props right off, right? Because he don't want to look like a hater. Wait from a week from now. Wait from a couple days from now. Right? He gonna flip it around. He gonna start, oh man, but Shakur, he gonna start making all type of excuses and the only reason he won is because of this and he still ain't. Watch. I'm telling y'all, watch. He do it every time and y'all don't be noticing that shit. Just like y'all thought he was gonna come on and hold Tank accountable for that shit that, you know, he getting charged for. He reeled y'all right in, and before you know it, he got y'all sitting up there while he making all type of excuses for Tank, and you know what I'm saying, putting it on the female. And come on, man, motherfuckers like him, they're only smart to cats that don't have no type of street knowledge, that's not used to being around niggas that try to slick talk you. Like, he's a suburban kid. You know what I'm saying? He's a spoon-fed kid. He can't outsmart a nigga like me. Like, that's never gonna happen. I'm a type of nigga that's gonna sit back and listen to that shit. Even if you talking to me, telling me, I'm like, yeah, I hear you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I hear you, nigga. That's the shit when you know a nigga lying. You just look at him. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I hear you. Man, I listen to the boxing voice, right? I just listen to, I don't call in and none of that shit, right? Salute to the boxing voice, right? But I'm listening to the boxing voice every morning, and I'm listening to all of you dickhead ass callers calling in, right? Talking about what Shakur is gonna do. And the thing about it, right? The thing about it is most of the callers that was calling in talking about Teofimo gonna do this to Shakur, Teo gonna do that to Shakur, Keyshawn ain't this and Keyshawn ain't that. But I'm gonna just go to Shakur, the Shakur shit, right? Most of it was niggas, it was black folks calling in, rooting for Teofimo Lopez, and that shit is nasty. How are you black and you rooting for Teofimo Lopez when he done called y'all all type of niggas, then handed you bananas and called you monkeys and had rants about Top Rank could keep the fucking black fighters and black fighters this, and when he's a known racist. It ain't like, oh, well, he was just trolling her. He's a known racist. He been saying racist shit for the last 4 years about black fighters. And I'm hearing caller after caller that's black rooting for Teofimo Lopez. Not even calling in saying, you know what? I want Shakur to win, but I think Teo is going to do this and that because, you know, Teo's the bigger fighter. They just flat out rooting for Teofimo to win. And so when I look at the shit, right, it just shows a bigger picture of the black culture. It shows that black people, when it comes to standing on shit, black people don't stand on shit. We don't. Like, that's some nasty shit to root for Teofimo Lopez to win after all of the shit that he done said about black people. Because he's talking to your black ass too. And it's just nasty. Mexican fans would have never let Terrence Crawford call Canelo all type of wet bees and then call in the show and be rooting for Terrence Crawford to beat Canelo Alvarez. They would never let that shit slide. They'll never let that shit slide. Do you think that Terrence Bud Crawford could have been talking about all the Mexican fighters this and wet bees this and wet bees that, and you was going to get Mexican fighters calling in and rooting for Bud? Come on now. Do you think that if, let's see, a Puerto Rican fighter, right, a black fighter starts saying all type of shit about whatever Xander Zayas or whatever, do you think Puerto Ricans is going to call in and be rooting for that black fighter after he got done dogging them out, dogging the whole race out? But, you know, that's why I say, man, black folks, man, we don't stand on shit. We don't stand on shit at all. Shit nasty. Shit is nasty. And the thing is like, it's just pure hate, because it's no way that nobody could tell me that they watch film on Teofimo Lopez whole career and then watch film on Shakur Stevenson and tell me that Teo was the better fighter. It ain't no way. If you know shit about boxing, that should have told you all of these expert niggas that you pulling up, all of you fucking experts, you watching all these experts doing content, all these ex-boxers. A lot of these ex-boxers don't watch boxing like that. They don't. They don't watch boxing like that. They might watch a fight here or there. Stop listening to these motherfuckers. The only one that you can really go to and listen to, you know what I'm saying? Greg Hackett, he be breaking shit down sometime, right? And I'm gonna give Tim Bradley, Andre Ward, even Roy Jones. Those are the fighters to go. A lot of these, Paulie, you can listen to him in lessons of a European fighter going up against a black fighter, because you know how Paulie really feel about his white European fighters, right? But other than that, the rest of these motherfuckers don't. All of these dudes doing videos talking about, man, I don't know, man. When you look at Teofimo and you look at Shakur, man, man, Tia, man, we don't know what's gonna happen, man. It's gonna be a 50-50 fight. The fight is, man, this a pick'em fight. I don't know, man. We can't. It's a hard one to call. And I'm listening to this shit like, how? How is it like? What is y'all talking about? Man, we don't. This is a real hard one to call, man. And tell me if I'm lying. Tell me if I'm lying. All the content we heard from everybody was how Teofimo can beat Shakur Stevenson. What Teofimo has to do to beat Shakur Stevenson. I didn't hear no videos with motherfuckers saying what Shakur Stevenson got to do to beat Teofimo Lopez. it was all, well, I'm gonna tell y'all how Shakur gotta beat Shakur Stevenson. I mean, how Teofimo, what he gotta do to beat Shakur Stevenson. That was all you heard from everybody. And it was like, damn, these motherfuckers want Shakur to lose so goddamn bad. Like, they want Shakur, people wanted Shakur to lose so goddamn bad so they can run back and say, I told you he wasn't like that. He ain't no Mayweather. He ain't no Mayweather. He ain't no Pernell Whitaker. We told you. That's all that shit's about. That's all that shit's about. And it's nasty work. Like, the shit nasty. You know what I'm saying? And then people ran with that. Well, Shakur Stevenson too slow. Like my man Motown said. Yeah, they ran with that Shakur Stevenson is too slow. Bullshit, because they heard Teofimo say it. Now, Shakur was giving Teo all of the props in the world. When you heard Teo talk, what was it? He too slow. We see all type of holes in Shakur game. He's a runner. And what did Shakur do? Pick that nigga apart right in front of his face. And if you go and watch the fight, Shakur had that nigga on the back foot most of the fight. He had Teo retreating on the back foot. But all y'all talking about, oh man, when he fought Williams Zepeda like that, because Williams Zepeda ain't got no power. Teofimo Lopez got all the power in the world. He can't fight Teo like that. He gonna run from Teo. Y'all some experts. Yeah, Jimmy Boxing, they no just hating. They experts at hating. Yeah, man. 12-0. 12-0, but everybody telling you it's a 50-50 fight. 12-0, but everybody, hey, and my man OTB Boxing, salute. Salute, OTB. I told you, bro. Ask OTB. I told him it's going to be a shutout. I said, this fight ain't going to be close. I told it, motherfucker asked me. Somebody had asked me, if the fight is close, 8-4, 7-5, something like that, what you going to say then? I said, well, I'm going to come on here and tell you that Shakur ain't what I thought he was. I said the same shit about Keyshawn Davis. I said, if Keyshawn edge out a victory against Jermaine Ortiz, well, he not what I thought he was. Sometimes we get caught up. I understand, like, I'm going to use myself for an example, right? And salute to my dog, Brian Norman Jr. Hell of a fighter. And I'm not taking nothing from Brian Norman, right? But I'm not finna lie to y'all, man. I wanted Brian Norman to win because I fuck with Brian Norman personally. But I bet my nigga, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I bet him, right? He'll tell you, I bet him, right? Now, really, the day of the fight, I wanted to back out of the bet. I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all because I'm studying film and I'm like, I don't know if Brian Norman has fixed the flaws that I know that Devin Haney is able to capitalize on. I don't know if I hope he has, but we haven't seen him fight a pure boxer, right? Somebody that could box on the Devin Haney level. So I don't know if he fixed them flaws. So I wanted to back out of the bet, but then we was already locked in. So I'm like, okay, I got to be a man of my word. If I'm locked in with you, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't back out the bet on the day of a fight, right? Because I don't want a nigga to do that shit to me. So I had to eat that shit. But what I did, what my man Anti-Slob didn't know, I went and did another bet and put Devin Haney on that bitch and doubled that. So, you know, I wouldn't, you know, sometimes you just got to do that. Sometimes you just got to do that. But I'm gonna keep it a buck. But like I said, when it comes to Keyshawn Davis, Shakur Stevenson, Jerron Boots Ennis, I don't have no doubts when it comes to them because I've seen enough body of work. I've seen the body of work. Even though people say that Boots ain't fought nobody, it ain't nobody that in those weight divisions is fucking with Boots. Like anybody got a puncher's chance to just catch somebody with some wild shit and put them to sleep. That's some shit that you can't help in boxing. But I'll take them odds. I'll take them odds against anybody, right? It's just like when you break down a Shakur Stevenson, and let's say Gervonta Davis, right? When you break down Shakur Stevenson and Gervonta Davis, right? People so enamored with the knockout power. Oh yeah, that's for sure. That ain't even no question. That ain't even no question. Like that ain't no question. Ain't no question about that anti-slide at all. And I need my get back. But going back to what I was saying, right? When you break down Shakur Stevenson and Gervonta Davis, everybody said, "Oh man, when Tank catch Shakur Stevenson and Tank," and I continue to try to tell people, man, Tank is not a tough fight for Shakur. It's just not. Yeah, Shakur's gonna tell you like, "Oh well, I know Tank is this and I know Tank is that." Shakur is like that because he respect his peers. He respect the other top level fighters. He don't dog fighters unless they just really trash. He'll just be like, yeah, they trash. But other elite level fighters, he don't dog them. But when it comes to a stylistic matchup, Gervonta Tank Davis and Shakur Stevenson, that's not a tough fight for Shakur because one thing is Tank, he fights in spurts. Tank, it don't throw a lot of value, right? Tank like to try to think and Tank likes to try to, fight off the back foot. He'll come forward and fight in spurts, right? But he like to fight off the back foot, catch you slipping, right, in exchanges to where he can hit you with a shot that you don't see against fighters that are not defensively sound, against fighters that he knows eventually going to make a big mistake and he going to capitalize on it, right? But he fights at a slow pace. Like I said, he'll fight in spurts and he'll pick it up. You know what I'm saying? But Tank ain't in shape enough to be a volume puncher, to press you like that. He don't fight like that. So you get in the ring with somebody like Shakur and you give them time to download data and you give them time to think, it's a wrap. It's a wrap for you. You can't give a fighter like Shakur Stevenson time to think. He gonna pick you apart. And he'll make fucking Gervonta Davis look like an amateur just like he did Teo. Now, I do think that Tank is a better all-around fighter than Teo, but the thing about Tank, Teo got more heart than Tank. Tank ain't got no heart. Tank, when shit is going wrong for Tank, Tank want to find a way out or he want to motherfucking crash out. He want to find a way out or crash out. Y'all just ain't got to see him in the ring with the right opposition to see it. Y'all see people, you know what I'm saying, like y'all swinging from his nuts because he's fighting the same style fighter over and over and over again. And then when he got in the ring with Lamont Roach, somebody that's a good boxer, he ain't no Shakur Stevenson, Keyshawn Davis, Devin Haney type level. He's not on that level, but he's good enough to show y'all that, okay, let's see what Tank looks like in the ring with somebody that's not just going to fall out, you know what I'm saying, as soon as they get touched. Or somebody that has a good enough IQ to be right there and to stay disciplined the whole fight. Somebody that's gonna stand in the pocket when Tank want to stand in the pocket and show him, if you coming with some shit, I'm gonna come with some shit right back at you, right? And we seen how that shit turned out. We seen how it turned out. And he lost. Now, yeah, it was a close fight, but he still lost the fight. If he was like y'all said he was, he would have blew Lamont Roach out the water. If he was the fucking King Kong that y'all said he was. So, Shakur Stevenson and Lamont Roach, good fight. But Lamont Roach can't do nothing with Shakur. Good fight. Can't do nothing with Shakur. That's another. I give Lamont Roach maybe 3 rounds. I give him maybe, I'm going to give him 3 rounds. You know what I'm saying? Shakur lost 1 round last night. And the reason he lost that round last night is because he took it off. Now I'm going to keep it real. I'm going to keep it a buck. I think Shakur took off that round and gave it to Teo because I think Teo caught him with a body shot. I think Teo caught that nigga with a body shot. He felt that shit. You know what I'm saying? I think Teo caught him with a body shot that he felt. He took a round off to get his shit back together, you know, because them body shots, they linger. You know what I'm saying? Body shots, they linger. Shakur so smart, he like, okay, I'm going to take the round off. I'll give him this round, and then I'm going to come back the next round, I'm on his ass again. That's what I think, you know what I'm saying, happened because Teo did land a real good body shot that Shakur, he got a poker face. He's never going to show you when if he's hurt, right? He's not going to show you that he hurt. But I think that body shot, he felt that shit. And he took that round out, you know what I'm saying? Let that body shot, that shit linger, let that body shot go away, and then he was right back on his motherfucking ass. So that's what I feel that happened. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. When it comes to Keyshawn and Tank Davis, I think that Tank has a better chance of stopping Keyshawn than he do of fucking with Shakur at all. And the reason, and this is my reason, I got Keyshawn stopping Tank for sure. I got Keyshawn stopping Tank, but Tank got a chance of knocking Keyshawn out because Keyshawn is gonna take chances. Keyshawn, you know, his defense ain't on the level of Shakur Stevenson. Like, he'll leave shots open because Keyshawn gonna take more chances, right? And Tank got that chance to where he can catch Keyshawn in between the shot that he don't see coming, you know, and then if Tank catch you, you know, hey, you subject to go to sleep. That's the only chance he got against Keyshawn. But the thing is Tank, he fights scary. Everybody like to act like that Shakur Stevenson is scary. He run, which is a fucking lie. Tank is the scary fighter. If Tank is in there with somebody that can punch or like, he's going to be on his back foot. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he wasn't scared against Lamont Roach because Lamont Roach didn't show that he had no type of knockout power before that, right? But go watch when he fought Rogan. He was running. Go watch when he fought Ryan Garcia. He was running, if that's what y'all want to call it. So, But you know, I mean, the only reason I'm even talking about Tank in these conversations is because it's a lot of his meat mushers. And I really actually like, even though I don't really give a fuck about Tank and what he do with his career, I want to see them fights because those are the fights when he really gonna get exposed. And he knows that he's gonna get exposed. You know what I'm saying? He knows he's gonna get exposed. So he chooses the easy way out. He ain't gonna fight him. He gonna go around him. A fighter like Devin Haney. He didn't fight Devin Haney because he knew his only chance of beating Devin Haney was to catch him slipping and knock him out. You know what I'm saying? To catch him slipping and knock him out. That's the only chance he had. Other than that, if that didn't happen, he knew Devin was going to box his fucking ears off. Just like he did in that video that Adrian Broner tried to lie about for years, that all these niggas tried to lie about. And then we saw the full sparring film, and Devin Haney was never motherfucking out cold on his feet. That shit was a lie. You know what I'm saying? That was a lie. And we seen Devin Haney piece Tank up and make him turn around and quit. Because the bully don't like when they in the ring with somebody that can stay with them. They don't like that shit. But man, back to the main event. Let's talk about the main event, man. Let's break down the fight. From the very first round, Shakur noticed, he already knew this, right? How Teo come in and he leave his shit open and he's wide open for that power jab. So what did Shakur do? Bitch, get your ass up out of here. Bitch, get out of here. Shakur hitting that nigga with the just and Teo running into it. You know what I'm saying? And he's hitting him with the jab from various angles. He hitting him with the jab from all type of different angles. You know what I'm saying? Hitting him with up jab, swivel jab. Like he was throwing that jab from all type of different angles, letting Teo run right into that shit. And then when he'll throw combinations on Teo, when Teo try to throw back, Shakur slide in right up on him and smother him. Smother Teo work. You know what I'm saying? Then slide back, get in mid-range, Teo throwing shit, Shakur jump right back out of range to where Teo can hit him, where Teo can't hit him, but Shakur can still hit him. Pop, pop. You know what I'm saying? And he just picked him apart all night long. Right there in front of him. Picked him apart all night long. It's nothing that Teo could do. None that his daddy could tell him to do. And all of these, man, if his daddy, it ain't no if nothing. It ain't no if. He was just a different level of fighter. All of that, and it's fun. If y'all was on here, my last live stream, right? When everybody was talking about how athletic Teo was and athleticism. And I told y'all, I said, that shit don't mean nothing. I said, Adrian Broner was athletic as hell. What the fuck did that mean for him in a boxing ring? Y'all know how many fighters that got in the ring with Andre Ward and Floyd Mayweather that was more athletic than them? What the fuck does that supposed to mean? How fast you can run and how many backflips you can do. That shit don't mean nothing in the boxing ring. When you in there with another elite athlete that's on a whole different level when it comes to boxing, being a boxer than you are, that athletic shit don't mean nothing. Oh man, he's just so athletic. What did that athleticism do for him? What did being able to do backflips off the stage and shit do for him? Let me know. Let me know. Somebody let me know. What did all that athleticism do for Teofimo Lopez. It did the same shit it did for Adrian Brunner when he stepped up and fought some real ones. Nothing. Unless you just athletic and your boxing skills and IQ and everything is on another level, that shit don't mean nothing. How athletic are you in that boxing ring when it comes down to the fundamentals and the IQ and all of that shit? That shit's going to be athleticism every day. I don't give a damn about them backflips. And another thing that I said, I was on somebody's panel after the other day. I forgot who it was. And I'm telling people, I'm like, man, all of that shit that Teofimo Lopez is doing, like he's acting hella erratic. It's because he's nervous. He know that he's going into a fight against somebody that he really don't believe he can beat. I said, you don't never see Teo act like that. You don't never see him act like that. When he start doing all of that shit, especially at the weigh-ins, when he doing all that shit and doing backflips and doing all that dancing and shit, and I'm like, this nigga's nervous, man. You know what I'm saying? He didn't even want to look at Shakur. Shakur had to walk up on him. I said he nervous. You ain't nobody ever seen Teofimo Lopez act like that before a fight. He knew what he was getting himself into. And y'all dummies believed him when he was talking about Shakur ain't this and Shakur hella slow and his feet slow and we see all the flaws we gonna do and we gonna knock Shakur out and he ain't never fought nobody and y'all believe that shit. A1 say if Shakur would have turned the power jab into a straight right, Teo would have got knocked down a couple times. Well, man, this is the thing, right? Bud didn't protect. See, this is the thing. Bud didn't perfect the power jab until he was older. People forgetting Shakur is still elevating his game. He's still like Bud. We didn't see Bud using a power jab like that and perfecting it at no 28 years old. Right? People want to compare, you know what I'm saying? Shakur ain't like no Bud. Why he don't jump up 2 weight divisions? Bud didn't do that shit until the end of his career. Y'all don't fucking know what Shakur gonna do. He still got a long career left of him. Bud wasn't jumping up no 2 weight divisions, 3 weight divisions at 28 years old. Bud wasn't jumping up talking about I'm gonna fight Triple G. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna fight Jamal Charlo. Bud wasn't doing that at 28 years old. So you gotta let that man elevate his career. Everybody want to compare now, but then they don't want to say, okay, well, he's still only 28 years old. He still probably ain't even reached his prime. OTB says Teo set right. No. We gonna keep you. You had Shakur Stevenson beaten. You had Teofimo Lopez beating Shakur Stevenson. Don't let me pull up the shit you was talking on Facebook and telling everybody how Shakur Stevenson was scared. I'm gonna get on your ass now. Let's talk about how you were said Shakur Stevenson was scared and the fight wasn't gonna happen and he was bluffing. Let's talk about after the fight was gonna happen. You said that T.O. was going to beat the shit out of Shakur. You said that. So let's just keep it real. Now, don't come in here with that T.O. sat right in front of him and shit. He made the fight easy, never moved his head. T.O. did the same shit he was doing when you studied all the other film on his ass. T.O. was the same fighter that he been his whole career. So it ain't no, well, T.O. didn't do this and T.O. didn't do that. He the same fighter he was before. But y'all didn't want to see that shit because either y'all listened to the motherfucking the haters too much and didn't and let them convince you that Shakur ain't like that, or you just didn't want Shakur to be like that. You just didn't want him to win. You know what I'm saying? So we not gonna come in here now and talk about, oh man, T.O., he just let Shakur. No, he ain't let him do nothing. When you're a fighter on that level, it ain't about what the opponent lets you do. It's about you gonna go in there and you gonna make them fight your fight. And they ain't gonna be able to do shit about it. They're gonna be lost. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be lost. You're not gonna be able to do a damn thing about it, and you're gonna be lost. That's how this shit gonna play out. You know, everybody always got the fucking answers before the fight. And then when people wrong, dead wrong, then they want to search for, oh man, it was because it was his daddy and he wasn't on this game, and man, he needs to move up to 147 because man, he been at 140 too long. It's all type of excuses. His head wasn't in it like they did to Tank. You know what I'm saying? Tank, y'all, everybody said Tank was supposed to go through there and blow out motherfucking Lamont Rose because Tank is goddamn superhero. He go out there and lose. Tank head wasn't in it, man. He wasn't focused. Man, Tank wasn't the Tank that he usually tank. He wasn't tanking like he usually tank. Man, Tank wasn't tanking like he usually like to tank. You know what I'm talking about? All of that weird ass shit. Instead of just admitting that was the same exact Tank that we always see, but Tank wasn't tanking like he usually tank because Tank was in the ring with somebody that was on another level than most of the, I ain't gonna call them bums, than most of the fighters that Tank be in the ring with. You know what I'm saying? Y'all want to give niggas like Tank credit for fighting somebody with like Rolly that started boxing at like 18 years old and was like 11-0 or 12-0 when he fought Tank. Y'all giving him credit for beating somebody that was 11-0 and started boxing when he was 18 years old and was autistic? Not even trying to be funny. I'm just keeping it real. Like, green as hell, lost to Jackson Marinez to get that fake ass title he had in the first place. Got beat up by Jackson Marinez and lost. And then Tank go and fight him. And y'all giving him credit. Or fighting Frank Martin that started boxing when he was 18 years old. Frank Martin had never had one big step up fight. And then you throw him in the fucking ring in the jam-packed MGM, ain't never been on pay-per-view before with Tank Davis, and don't think that he gonna freeze up. You know what I'm saying? And be nervous and not know what to do. You put rehydrate, you make Ryan Garcia move down in weight. You make him move down in weight. And then on top of that, put a high rehydration clause on him. Have him coming in with his motherfucking ribs showing. You see his heart beating, he's so goddamn skinny. And then he stopped Ryan Garcia with a body shot after Ryan Garcia already come in the fight with broke ribs. And y'all want to run around talking about, he's the face of boxing! Oh my God! Tank, we ain't never seen nothing like this. Tank is a generational talent. Look what Tank did. Come on, man. Let's just keep it a buck. You know what I'm saying? He fighting motherfuckers like Hector Garcia that ain't never did shit. He made Hector Garcia quit on the stool. Oh, man. Oh, Tank is the... Oh, man. Tank will beat Floyd Mayweather in his prime. We ain't never seen nothing like Tank. Tank is better than Floyd. But it's enough dummies running around saying that shit. Fucking dummies. And everybody go, well, if it's enough dumbass people saying it, well, I guess I'm going to jump on the bandwagon and say it too. That's boxing for you. That's boxing for you. Shit crazy, man. And then y'all wonder why every motherfucking time y'all end up, why every time a big fight come up, y'all be loud in the motherfucker, and then you got to go in the hide. Right? You got to go in the hide, and then you got to peep in, and you're watching the show, but you don't want to comment because you're scared to comment, but you was loud as a motherfucker before. Hey, man, y'all got to stop this shit, man. Y'all got to stop this bullshit. But hell of a event, hell of a weekend. Shakur showed that why Shakur is like that, man. He's a generational talent, and he's gonna continue to show it. And it's really a problem because he said he don't got hand problems no more. I don't know what he did. I think he got somebody else wrapping his hands. He was wrapping his own hands before. So he got somebody wrapping his hands. No, that's I don't know what the remedy is, but he said he found a remedy. And he said he ain't got no hand problems no more. You know, that was my only concern with Shakur going into this fight. I didn't have no concern at all. My only concern is, what if he hurt his hands? If he hurt his hands, I still already knew that he was gonna beat T.O. with hurt hands, unless he just broke them shits and, you know what I'm saying, had to drop down to the ground like he did in sparring, and the pain was just unbearable to where he couldn't go on. That was my only concern. Other than that, it wasn't like I knew what he was going to do. I know the fight wasn't going to be close. But generational type of talent. Everybody want him to move up to 147. Conor Ben don't got nothing for Shakur Stevenson. But people mad because he calling for a rehydration clause. And like, oh, well, when Tank did it, he had a problem. Stop comparing Tank making niggas move down in weight and then putting the rehydration clause on them. Stop comparing that shit. Let's keep it a buck. Tank is making motherfuckers move down in weight and then putting the rehydration clause on them. If you're going up 2 weight divisions, which Shakur Stevenson will basically be going up 2 weight divisions because he's a 135-pound fighter, going up to Conor Ben weight division, and then saying, okay, you can't be 10 pounds over on fight day when we weigh in. We got to have a rehydration clause. That is not the same as timid ass Tank putting a rehydration clause on a motherfucker that he making already move down in weight to his weight division to fight. Like, niggas ain't never heard of that before. You making motherfuckers move down to your weight division, and then you putting a rehydration clause on them to cap it off. Like, that ain't the same. Let's stop comparing it. You know what I'm saying? Or catching motherfuckers when they already had announced they're going to move up to the next weight division when he did to Mario Barrios, right? When you already see that he can't make the weight no more in the weight division that he in, but you want to capitalize on it and go up there real quick and then put a rehydration clause on it. That ain't the same. So let's stop comparing that whole ass shit that Tank was doing to what Shakur is saying he'll do. Now, if Conor Ben say, I'm not taking no rehydration clause, that's cool. If Devin Haney say, I'm not taking no rehydration clause and the fight don't happen, that's cool. They don't have to do it, and I'm not going to talk shit if they don't do it. But he got the right to say, if y'all want me to fight a Devin Haney, if y'all want to see me and Conor Ben fight, if Conor Ben talking this shit, I already told Conor Ben, let's get it on, but he got to do a rehydration clause. That's cool. You know, it's cool if they don't want to agree to it. You know what I'm saying? And that's their decision, you know. And hey, I can't say nothing about them if you don't want to agree to a motherfucker coming to your division. That's cool. Hey, we can't sit there and be like, well, Devin Haney got it or Conor Ben got it. They don't have to do shit. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to do nothing. Now, you know, he's just telling y'all what it's going to take for the fight to happen. You know, nobody called for Conor Ben. Shakur told Conor Ben he'll beat his ass because Conor Ben be trolling and talking shit to Shakur all the time. You know what I'm saying? Shakur told Conor Ben that. But you know, so it's cool if the fight don't happen because them dudes is 2 weight divisions above Shakur. You know, and he's still 28 years old. He's not on the back end of his career, or you know, he's not in the back end of his career to where it's like, okay, man, I'm gonna do what Bud did. I'm gonna go out with a bang because you know, hey, I done did everything else. But all that shit cool. You know, DS215 says that ain't doing nothing but opening the doors for Tank to put a rehydration clause on him if that fight even happened. Tank, bro, I'm gonna tell you like this: Tank ain't running nothing, my nigga. Y'all gotta understand that Tank can't put a rehydration clause on no fucking body with the status of a Shakur Stevenson or a Devin Haney or these fighters that's on that Tank can't run shit with them because these are no longer the days where PBC got Tank Davis and they got the money, right? And now everybody got to sit around and wait for Tank Davis to get a payday. Those days are over. I told y'all in 2024 that 2025 was going to be the year a shit to get off the pot, and that Tank Davis bullshit was over. So that shit is null and void. That shit ain't happening no more. Tank don't run a motherfucking thing no more. He had his short run where he was fucking niggas over and running and doing fuck shit and running over people, right? That is over with. Now, to some fighters, that still stands. The fighters on the level of a Frank Martin and a De Los Santos and guys like that, yes, he can still do that to those level of fighters. But the level of fighter of a Devin or a Shakur Stevenson and you know those fighters, he can't do that type of shit no more. He's not running nothing. It's either it's 50-50 or it ain't no fucking fight, nigga. That's what these niggas like the knockout boxings and the fucking in the what's that weirdo nigga name? The boxing Shigo and all of them fuck niggas. That's why they mad biting blood out their bottom lip. That's why they mad. Them days is over. It's over. So, you know what I'm saying? Niggas don't give a fuck about him. Niggas is making Shakur Stevenson made $10 million guaranteed last night. Sold out MSG. Y'all said he didn't sell. The tickets wouldn't sell. Oh, the tickets don't sell. They ain't selling. Look at this. None of the tickets selling. That's what they was telling y'all. Ain't none of the tickets selling. And they went and broke a fucking record at MSG. Tank ain't never did that. Tank ain't never broke no record at MSG. They had to put him in Barclay. The tickets ain't selling. Well, you was a goddamn liar. The tickets were selling because it was a sold out event. Y'all some goddamn idiots. How does it feel to be a motherfucking idiot every day you wake up? And wrong. An idiot and wrong. But sold out. Keyshawn Davis, he told Shakur last night that, he told everybody this will be the last time you see him and Shakur on the same card because Keyshawn, like, I ain't no goddamn undercard fighter. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that's my brother, but we ain't fighting on the same card no more because I'm not an undercard fighter. I'm the amazing Keyshawn Davis, man. And I feel him. Ain't nothing wrong with that at all. You got the fighters that's gonna sell. You know what I'm saying? Jerome Boots Ennis, Keyshawn Davis, Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney, those, Canelo, he's still there, those are the faces of boxing. Those are the fighters that's really out here putting in the work, that's willing to put that shit on the line. So with all that other bullshit you can miss me with, it's a new era. Leave his ass in the dirt. Leave him in the dirt. Anyway, with that being said, I'm about to get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Salute to my man Anti-Slob in the Cash App. I appreciate you. Hey, but with that being said, man, I'm about to get up out of here. I'm about to watch these fights on Zuffa. I'm trying to get the little stream and shit, but my shit keep fucking up. So I'm finna go sign in to this Paramount. I'm finna buy Paramount because I gotta watch these fights. I'm a boxing fan, and yeah, I appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. I will be back. I might come back on after these fights. I might do another live stream after these fights. It all depends how late it is. But man, salute to y'all, and y'all already know how I do, man. There you go, talking that boxing again, and I'm gone. We out. Appreciate y'all.